obviously. So I don't know exactly where to look. I get a little confused going live or doing any kind of selfie on my phone because if anyone's familiar with like a Google Pixel, that's what I have. And for some reason, the camera, the rear facing camera, I guess it's rear facing, is to the side. And so, like you're used to an iPhone or something like that, I think it's a little different. I can't even remember. It's been a while since I had an iPhone. But, anyways, so tonight's a little bit different. If you're on here, say hey. But I've got you plugged in the kitchen because Adam and I just got back from a like speed date. And our kids were dispersed at different grandparents' houses, and so we had to go pick them up. Well, our son has been catching fish with his grandfather, so Adam is actually outside cleaning fish. So we're going to go join him in a minute. Hi, Jan, how are you? It's good to see you on here. Um, so I told Adam because I've got you plugged in because my phone's about to die. That's another fun element of the night is my phone has about been dead all night and I hadn't had a charger with me. So I've got you plugged in for just a few more minutes and then we're going to go join Adam outside cleaning fish. So that'll be fun. So if you're on here, please say hey. Please hit the thumbs up. That would be awesome. You know what I usually do is I usually share this on Farm Life Outfitters page. So let me do that real quick so I don't lose anybody. To me doing this on my phone. I think we've only done like one before on the phone. So all right. I'm gonna try to take y'all outside. And if we get close to dying, we'll just have to let it die. But Adam is outside. Let me close this because it's kind of warm. We've been trying not to run our air. It's actually been really cool today. Not really cool, but it's been cooler than 100 degrees, which is what it's been all week this week. So we've actually had to run our air conditioning this week. But today we didn't. We ran our attic fan this morning. And it stayed cool in the house all day. So that's nice. Hi. Hello. Here he is. I wasn't talking to you, but I am now. Gotcha. Here you are.
How's it going?
I don't know how to talk. There we go. Maybe that's better. So,
good out here this evening.
What are you?
Fish.
I already told him that's what you'd be doing.
Yeah, Travis did good today, didn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't counted them yet, but there's probably 20 or so.
Yeah. Yep. So, how has your week been? What are you guys up to this weekend? Hi.
You like doing it on your phone better?
The picture's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But I don't like.
Done, we can walk around, show everybody.
Okay. I actually had a yeah, that's kind of a different element to a live is being able to take y'all outside in the garden, especially this time.
Yeah.
This time of year, it's still light at 8 o'clock. So,
yeah. It's very weedy.
It's very weedy, yeah. We're Adam and Michelle. This is Farm Life Outfitters. We have a farm. We have a farm apparel brand. We have a YouTube channel, obviously. This is where you found us. And yeah, this is us. So this week we posted, let me just go ahead and talk about what we did this week. We posted 2 videos, I think. We did a breeding meat rabbits video. We did a What's the last one I did? That's the hard part about being on my phone is I can't like look back at our.
Rabbits.
Yeah, we.
And
Oh, the sorghum.
yeah.
The sorghum planting. So rabbits and sorghum. And then. Yes, we can see your comments.
What's that?
I'm talking to somebody on here.
Oh.
So what was I talking about? Okay, so we are in the process of editing 3 more videos, I think. So tonight we will have. Okay, yeah, yeah, we can see you. If you have any questions for us about the farm or whatever, just let us know. Tonight we will have up a video about Adam catching a swarm of bees that came out of one of his boxes, and so he was kind of investigating why they left, what was going on with them. So that was a pretty interesting video. I've seen him do beekeeping for years now, and I learned stuff from this video. So
Like what?
about the piping,
Oh.
and there's one other thing at the end that I was like, I didn't know that. Oh, you were talking about the drone colony little meeting place or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So you'll have to check that out.
I'd like to see one.
Yeah.
I guess you can just hear it though.
Yeah. So Adam said that there. Hi, Tina. So Adam said that there is. I don't know if you guys are familiar with beekeeping or not. But the queen, the virgin queens, queen bees will actually make this like whistling sound, and it's called piping, and you could hear it a little bit on the video that I'm going to post later tonight, so you'll have to check it out and see if you can hear it. He talks about it in the video, but like right when he says it you can't hear it, but you could hear it prior to that, and then a little bit after that you can hear it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, I know what that is, but what was that?
Yeah. So yeah, beekeeping video coming tonight, and that's going to be nice and interesting. Oh, and then at the end he starts talking about okay. At the end, I'm gonna sit down on this bucket. At the end he starts talking about how bees, queen bees, will come out of the hive, and there's actually like a drone gathering, which if you guys are familiar with bees, drones are the male bees. So all the bees that are making the honey that are out, and you see them out everywhere, flying to and fro all the time, those are all female bees. There are only a handful of, well, I don't know how many there are, but there's only a few, excuse me, male bees. They don't sting you, and they're fatter than the rest of the bees, and they have one job. They're called drones. They have one job, and that is to mate with the queen and reproduce to build their colony. So that's the only that is the only job that the drones have. So anyways, Adam starts talking about how the drones have a meeting place, and it's like a little gathering of drones, and they wait there, and the queen will fly out and mate with the drones, and then will fly back. So I thought that was cool. He's never actually seen one before, but that's what he's read about that they do. So anyways, that's pretty cool. That'll be up later tonight. Then we have, oh, let's see, what's the next video that they're gonna see? I guess it's the bull castration video.
Yeah.
Which you're not gonna see anything like nothing graphic in that video, but just about us sorting. Basically, that's the entertainment part of that is us sorting the cows and trying to get that bull away from its mama, who has the most massive horns there are. So, what with a donkey that's not friendly with goats?
No idea.
I'm gonna pull this chat up so I can see.
I'm not sure about that. Because
Okay.
if you, I would imagine if you lock them in close together, that would make it worse. So I don't know. Usually things like that just take time.
Mm, yeah.
But like our dog and our ram still don't get along.
Nope. Can't put
So
them together.
yeah,
They will kill each other.
yeah. I think the dog is finally showing him who's boss. But I think they just wear each other out. So, but anyway, we keep them separated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky when you're trying to
Yeah,
introduce new animals.
yeah. They weren't always like that. Our dog and ram used to get along. We
Yeah.
just walked up on them fighting one day, and we've kept them separated since. So
They'll even fight through the gate, though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now the ram's by himself. I won't wait until the fall to breed our sheep back, so he's by himself.
But, yeah, I hope that resolves that
Yeah,
that issue, because that's stressful, I
it
know.
is. Yeah, yeah. I guess with time, you got a way to separate them. Maybe they can sort of get used to hearing each other and smelling each other or something.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of too like, when I'm trying to think of an example. I guess, well, I can only think of fish. That's probably a bad example. But when you get new animals and you kind of have to introduce them to the others and you keep them still like kind of pinned in
Mm.
inside of the enclosure where they're going to be, so
Yeah,
they can be around them and smell the others and
yeah.
everything like that, but
That
they're
may work.
not like actually able to touch each other or anything yet. It's just
Yeah,
but they're getting used to the idea of them being in the same space, or something.
yeah. There's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
There's always a boss animal.
Yeah. Like we just got a bull last night and we introduced him. Hi, Micro Farm Starter, Miss K. We introduced him, our new bull, to his new woman
Yeah.
and her calf this morning, and it went really well. They were excited to see each other. She actually ran across the pond to get to him because she was like, "Who is that?" Because he is very handsome, I think. But her little calf, how old is he? Do you think?
I don't know. He's less than 6 months old.
So her little calf is still nursing some.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if Big Daddy Bull is going to allow that much longer because
Yeah.
he's getting a little territorial, and he's like, well, this is my woman. I know she's your mom, but this is my woman now.
Yeah.
And so anytime the little calf tries to get near her, he just kind of like nudges him out of the way. Like, he doesn't fight with him, but he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
move it along,
Right.
So,
Well, he was the boss from where we got him.
yeah.
There's 3 or 4 other bulls in with him, and he was the biggest one,
Yeah. But they said that
or the oldest one.
he had never bred any cows before
No,
because there was an
he's
older
always-
one in
yeah,
there or
yeah,
something. So,
yeah.
anyways, but he's a pretty hefty fella. He's shorter. He's a Dexter,
Yeah.
so they're a shorter breed, but
Yeah.
he's a hefty guy.
Yep.
So he's nice. We're in North Carolina. Um. So,
What's the plan?
do you want to take them around, show them anything?
We can.
Okay.
We just look at all the peas and beans right here.
Okay.
That's the latest addition to the garden.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions, let us know, but we're just going to kind of take you around the garden, which is funny because Tina, are you still on here? Tina, it was you, right? That I think it was you that emailed me today and said I would love to see a garden video.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'll have to tell Adam that. So if you're still on here, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, it was. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would love to have a Dexter cow for milk. Yes. And yeah, and if you're not familiar with breeds of cows, which we're not either really, we're just getting into this, but Dexters are dual purpose. So the people that we got the bull from last night they were asking us if we had ever had Dexter meat. Had we ever butchered ours before? And we haven't yet. And they're like, you are in for a treat. Like, it is the best meat. So we're excited about it too.
Yeah.
Because they've tried other breeds and butchered them themselves, and they said that Dexter was their favorite. So I'm excited about that. And yes, we we plan on milking also at some point.
There's a big old cat.
Did y'all see Charles in our feed this week on Instagram and Facebook?
Ooh.
This is my kitty. He's 15 years old, and he is a mouser.
Yeah.
Or a rat.
I'm almost scared to hold him.
I know. You never know
He's a
what he's been
killer.
up to. Yep. I heard the meat is wonderful too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know how far we want to go.
Okay.
I guess we should preface it by saying that we don't use the tractor and we don't use herbicides or pesticides other than, natural essential oils. And I've used neem oil occasionally, which is basically an oil, a plant oil.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the weeds take over. This year I've started using tarps to try to control the weeds. But this right here was planted about, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think so.
We've got 4 rows of, what are they called? Peas. Black-eyed peas, basically. Crowder peas.
Crowder peas, I guess.
And 4 rows of green beans. And I planted some peanuts, which I've never planted before. That's what these are. So that's going to be different. And up there we had kind of our early spring garden. Carrots, beets, lettuce. So once all the beets come out, I'll be putting a tarp over that and starting that over for probably pumpkins. Yeah, up that way we have squash and okra. There's some tomatoes up there. What else is up there? There's some lettuce. I'm trying to grow some lettuce down here in the shade. What else? That's about it. Watermelons. We've got watermelons somewhere. I can't even find half the stuff anymore.
Can't find what he's planted.
Yeah.
The weeds
Yeah.
have taken over.
Yeah.
Any tips on keeping potato bugs
No.
away?
Yeah, it's hard.
No.
Yeah. I have been, we can walk up there to the
Okay.
potatoes. I've basically been manually picking them off, but it's been a challenge to wear the wrong shoes.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to do a garden tour. I got my flip-flops on, y'all. But that's kind of typical of any kind of situation.
Yeah. Yeah, the potato bugs are hard to keep controlled. I did spray ours with neem oil and I dusted them with diatomaceous earth, which seemed to help a little bit, but yeah. What?
Y'all know
What?
if you watch this last, you know that our kids are not in bed at 8 o'clock these days, so it's going to be a little tricky to do a live, but that's okay.
There's more green beans and okra. There's 4 rows of green beans up there, 3 rows of okra. There's our garden scrap control right there. Scraps.
Hello.
They have a good life around here.
They do. Look at the babies, y'all.
What you need, buddy?
Look at all the babies.
Okay, you
Well,
can
get some, buddy.
So this week I've been finding these dudes. Like I've probably picked off 50 of them
Oh
and
gosh.
fed them to the chickens. They're green hornworms. Yeah. I picked off about 20 this morning. But
Gosh.
they get on potatoes, they get on tomatoes, anything in that family.
Yeah.
So you can see here what they do to the plant. They strip all the leaves off of it. My
Yeah.
dad was telling me you can find them easily with a black light, so I may try that. Come out here at night with a black light and make sure I get them all. But the potato bugs are difficult. I've seen a few this week, but the vines are going to start dying anyway, so I haven't been like micromanaging the potato bugs.
Yeah.
Did they see the potatoes?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble doing this
Yeah.
camera like this.
Yeah.
So these are all our potatoes.
Yeah.
If you can see them through all the grass too.
Yeah. So here I did take the tractor I guess it was last summer, and healed up this area, like in between the rows. And so this spring I planted the potatoes in the valleys, and then put hay and compost on top of them. And then once they were about that tall, I dumped more compost on top of them. You can see here there's probably close to 18 inches of compost on those plants.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. We got a few potatoes yesterday. Was it yesterday that we just wanted to check them and see?
We dug that vine up. You see it's still living.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's next? You gonna just walk through here and pick off all these worms? Would you?
I wish y'all were here to help us pick the worms off.
Yeah.
We would put y'all to work if you were here.
Yeah. I've never seen so many on potatoes. I've seen them on tomatoes before, but not on potatoes, which I haven't planted this many. This is the most I've ever planted.
Miss Kay says she loves your shirt. Is neem oil for organic gardening?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think we're caught up.
Yeah. I did learn the other day you have to make sure you get the right kind of neem oil. There's, I forget what it's called. There's two different kinds of chemicals that come out, two different ways it's processed, I guess. And most of the farm stores around carry the wrong kind,
Well,
which
it's
is what I bought.
just like with essential oils.
Yeah.
Because the cheaper oils that you can
Right.
buy at like a dollar store or something like
Right.
that are mostly chemicals.
Right.
But then like, the good stuff like doTERRA
Right.
is steam distilled and it's
Yeah.
it's not added junk in it. You
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's probably like that.
So anyway, I'll try to find the right kind. Whatever, it starts with an A. Can't remember what it's called. But anyway,
He's talking to us.
yeah.
I don't know if you can see him. Oh, it's going to get dark over there. There he is. Way over there. That's him.
Yeah.
That's our ram that does not get along with the dog.
Yeah.
He's kind of in timeout right now. No, we pulled him out because he's been with the ladies, and
Yeah.
Adam's trying to control the breeding schedule a little bit better now, so that's why he's by himself right now.
Yeah. Yeah, their gestation is 5 months. And so I could put him in now and they would,
He is not happy, she said.
yeah. It's 5 months from now, December-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could put him in now and they would be lambing in December, January, and we don't want that, so when there's cold weather.
Right.
So we put him in December, November, December, and they'll lamb in April, May, June. So
What do you want to show them now?
I'm just looking for more worms.
Oh. She said she would pull worms if she was
It's
here.
hard to come out here and not see stuff that needs to be done. I
Oh.
did weed the green beans today with the torch. It worked pretty good. I'm gonna show them that.
Okay.
So I just have I don't know what you call it, some kind of torch that hooks up to a propane tank, and I just took it down between the rows and burnt the weeds basically.
Okay, I see
You
now.
see it?
Yeah,
See
I
how
see.
it's crispy.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You can see the difference in that bright green grass there.
Yeah.
It was too close to the beans.
Right.
One cool thing that I love about this type of gardening is, like over there where the squash is, there's a pile of leaves around it, and I can dig under that and there's still worms, and there's no worms anywhere else.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
dry around here.
Right.
There's lots of earthworms out here.
Yeah.
They pick green beans too. What?
I guess he's pooping or something.
He's
Peeing.
looking for something to kill.
Oh, I thought he was.
He's a mouser.
He's a mouser.
Yeah. What's next?
I don't know. What do you want to show?
Down to the cows?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have any more garden stuff you want to show them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's some asparagus. This is almost as tall as I am. Who knew asparagus was this tall?
I know, right?
There's the honeybees that I caught.
Okay, so y'all see this box of honeybees in the video that we'll post later tonight. That was the swarm. Can I walk through this like this?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just gonna follow you. I don't know about anywhere else, but we have seen a bunch of snakes here. Like way more than usual in the past like 2 weeks. Adam thinks it's because it's so dry. Like we haven't had rain in like 2 weeks. At least. Do you think it's been 2 weeks? It's been a long time since we had rain. He said it's been like a month. And we got like one good shower yesterday, but it wasn't long. It didn't it didn't last long, so it wasn't what we hoped it would be. But anyways, we've been seeing a ton of snakes out. Adam said they must be just exploring, trying to find some water. So, okay. So we're going to take y'all down to see our cows now. I like this outside, live video.
Yeah.
I feel like, got stuff to show people. Yeah, Tina said maybe even 3 weeks here. The rain only lasts about 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
I guess you can see them. It's our cow herd.
Here's our cows.
They're content. New grass. I just moved them a couple hours ago. I got them set up to where they get a day's worth of grass. So this is tomorrow. This whole strip will be for tomorrow. And then I'll move another fence up here and that'll be the next day right here. It's super easy. They're trained to the fence now, the electric fence, and it takes me about 20 minutes to move them to the next paddock, roll up the back fence, move it up here, and move their water. It takes about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a system going now, don't you?
Yeah.
How many do we have now? Someone said.
What is it, 10 with the bull?
Yes, 10 with the bull that we just got last night.
So 3 bull calves, a heifer calf, which is a baby cow, basically, and then 5 mama cows and a giant steer.
We call him Gigantor.
Yeah.
I know y'all can see him. He's that tan colored one right there in the center.
Yeah.
He's a castrated Jersey bull that we're gonna process him first.
Yeah. He can be a troublemaker sometimes.
You think so? Has he
Yeah.
been giving you trouble?
No, but he's just got that look in his eye.
Adam's worried about the look he gives him. He is massive.
He did almost bust through this fence one time.
Yeah.
He moved one of the cows over.
Yeah, this like
Yeah.
Our-
He stuck his hoof up here and busted a hole in it down here, and then he bent that down quite a bit.
yeah.
I told him to stop, and he quit.
You told him to stop. Is that when we had put the cows across the road or something? He was trying to get to them?
Yeah. Well, we tried to separate that calf,
Oh, yeah.
and so when I moved his mom back over with him,
He didn't like that.
yeah, he
So-
wanted to go too. So.
Yeah, it's so funny. Let's see if this looks really. Hold on a second. Let me catch up. Are y'all still milking the goats? Okay, let's answer that first. No, not at the moment.
Yeah.
We were dealing with some parasite issues with the goats, so we stopped.
Yeah.
We had to
Ended
treat
up having
them
to give her some worm.
commercial wormer. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were trying to treat her naturally, and
Yeah.
and
I just didn't want to take any chances.
yeah, we've lost goats before like that, so we were really worried because she had
Yeah.
2 babies on her, and we were hoping to get milk out of her for a long time, and she's a good goat, so we didn't want to lose her.
Yeah.
I feel like this is. There we go. Okay. So we had to commercial worm her and take a break from milking for a while, but we're thinking that it's about time to start back. So she's doing a lot better now. She looks good. Babies are big now, so
Yeah.
like babies can be separated from her at night and we can milk. So we'll start doing that soon, I'm sure.
And we just had a new baby goat.
We had a new baby goat. That's
Yeah.
another video coming this
that's
week.
right.
Yep.
Surprise.
Surprise. Well,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. But yeah, if you saw our Insta stories yesterday, we surprised the kids. He told me that we had a new baby and they didn't know. They were at their grandma's and then we brought them home and they were excited. But let's see, we had another question. How much land do we have, I think is the question. Yeah.
It's about 10 acres, 10-ish, 10 to 15 of pasture, open land.
Yep.
Roughly. somewhere around
Roughly.
there. Need to step it off again, don't we? I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I guess that's how people used to do it. I always wondered how, before surveying and all this high-tech stuff, how did people measure
Yeah.
how much land they were getting?
Tina said, how can we tell if they have parasites?
So, with sheep and goats, if the way you check them regularly is to peel back the bottom of their eyelid. So you basically like push the bottom of their eyelid out and check the color, because the internal parasite causes them to be anemic. And so when you check the color of their bottom eyelid, it should be like bright pink, reddish almost. And once it starts getting pale, then you know that they've got worms and you can start naturally treating them. But with her, she progressed to where when they get really anemic, they get what's called bottle jaw, and their lower jaw starts swelling up and down in this area. So she started showing signs of this part right here swelling, and her eyelids were basically like white looking. So,
Yeah, so she was
Yeah.
looking pretty bad.
yeah.
Her coat got real shaggy. That's
Yeah.
another sign that you're,
Yeah.
and she had diarrhea. That's
Yeah.
another sign. If they don't have like the pellets that they're supposed to have, that's another sign of parasites. And this was right after she gave birth, and I know that's in
Yeah.
itself is pretty draining and traumatic for animals' bodies. So so that might have contributed to it. But
Yeah.
so. But we found here, just rotating them where they're grazing
Yeah.
is the best way to prevent parasites. So,
Yeah. We give them all some basic H soap. I learned from Joel Salatin in his book to give the basic H soap, which is a natural soap cleaner basically, but it's made out of like soybeans or something.
it's natural
like that.
ingredients,
Yeah.
but you can put it in their water and they'll.
So I
and
just put a
they'll
little
drink
bit in everyone's water, and yeah, that helps. But moving them is really the way to go. Moving them around. Once we started doing that, like last year, we didn't have any problems with the sheep,
Right.
and this year, so far, luckily, we haven't had any problems with the sheep. Which is nice. Yeah. But once the goat started showing signs, we started giving her vitamin B12 to boost her iron deficiency, and
Red cell. Did you red
yeah,
cell?
I've got a jug of red cell, which is some kind of horse supplement, and I gave her some of that. And they all get for trail minerals, so we just buy the poultry NutriBalancer, which is full of all kinds of minerals, and we give it to our sheep, goats, cows, pigs. The chicken feed we buy already has it in it. We also give them kelp, free choice kelp, which is loaded with vitamins and minerals. So all that is good preventative stuff,
Yeah.
which is what we like to do.
There's a huge, Tina said she's new to the goats, and there's a huge learning curve, I think, we thought,
Yeah.
with sheep and goats, because we honestly didn't know how dangerous the parasites were when we got them.
Yeah.
We were never exposed to that before, and we lost several animals when we
Yeah.
first got them, but just because we didn't know. We weren't rotating
Yeah.
them frequently, or as frequently as they needed to be. It was summer, which is when parasites are just really breeding, and and it was wet. So all that was like the perfect
Mm-hmm.
storm for us to lose animals that first year when we just didn't know what we were doing. So
Yeah.
y'all, if we lose you, it's because our battery's gonna die on our phone.
Yeah.
So, but we'll keep chatting as long as we've got battery. But thank y'all for joining us, y'all
Yeah.
that are on here.
Yeah.
If you have any more questions, let us know.
I think it's cool how the sheep, if you watch them graze, I can see them like blowing out of their nose before they bite. Because all it is a little tiny bug on the grass that they
Oh, okay.
ingest. That's what it is. I've seen them. It's a little tiny bug. And then it gets inside and starts laying eggs.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the sheep poop the eggs out and the cycle starts over again. They hatch into
Right.
new little bugs.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, they can be brutal.
Yeah.
Probably other parts of the country, it's not so bad, but right
Yeah.
here, where it is hot and sticky during the summertime, that's the best breeding ground for parasites. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah.
anyways,
It's probably too dark down there, isn't it?
yeah, probably so. We hear our new cow, or our new bull, but he's down where it's really dark. So I doubt this is
Yeah.
probably the best place for light
Yeah.
right now. I don't know why our Stella, our middle child, she named our little heifer calf that we'll keep. She named her Lollipop. So I think it's really
I
cute
didn't
because
know that.
every time I see her, I'm like, hey, Lollipop.
Yeah.
But Lollipop is currently over there, like right behind Gigantor, like sniffing
No,
his
this is Lollipop right here.
leg. Oh, who's that?
That's the